Welcome to A Course in Business Miracles. This is Heather Dominick, creator of businessmiracles.com and founder and leader of the highly sensitive entrepreneur movement. Join me today for some genuine practical assistance and a business-altering and life-changing experience, a business miracle. This is A Course in Business Miracles, episode number 76. Shadow signals. Even though your HSE shadows feel terrible, they're actually not bad, and there's nothing wrong with you. Don't believe me? Then join me as I spill the truth about the signals, otherwise known as gifts, that your HSE shadows are giving you, and your number one must do when it comes to shifting how they make you feel. So the thing about our shadows, what we want to remember is that our shadows are not bad. There's nothing wrong with you. They're literally a signal. Write that down. So then it becomes about hearing the signal, being able to identify the signal, and then how we choose to work with the signal. So again, it's not the fact that you experience your HSE shadows. It's about how you react to the fact that you are experiencing your shadows. What is the meaning that you make of that HSE shadow experience? And so why do we have such a difficulty hearing our shadows? Receiving those signals, being able to work with them? Well, one reason is we have not been taught until now. This was not part of most of our family of origin growing up conversations. I'm imagining most of us did not have moments where we sat around the fire as a family and talked about our HSE shadows or how to work with them. And the other reason is fear of the light. Simply because the shadow has become familiar. It's something we know. We might not like it. It might not be supporting us to get what we want, but we are comfortable. And it's what A Course in Miracles says, which is just that there's a slow river of misery running through our lives. So it's not really enough to get our attention until it hits critical mass, but it's just there in the background, kind of like music in an elevator. You don't really like it, but you've come to accept it. And it's that clinging that I was talking about yesterday. I know this shadow. This is me and my shadow. And we hold on because everyone wants to transform, but no one wants to change. And the process of change is the willingness to release that familiarity, to release that comfort, to begin to die to who you have been. All in the name of freedom, which, according to Dr. Elaine Aron, is our shared purpose as highly sensitive people. That we are here to ultimately be able to work through and experience freedom. Not freedom as in like by being self-employed, you can set your own schedule freedom, but the freedom from the cage, which Mindy was speaking about earlier, the self-imposed cage of your life and then therefore your business being directed and controlled by your HSE shadows. So, eek. What do we do? Well, the good news is that according to the field of neuroplasticity, 80% of the time we are operating from old patterns. And the reason why, scientifically, is that biologically, this is the brain's way of being efficient and saving energy by putting you on autopilot. You know it. You've done it 1,000,000 times. So the brain goes, great, let's just keep doing that. Then we have more space to be able to watch the Housewives of Beverly Hills. And yet, all of the new century research, so within the last 15 years of neuroplasticity, shows that the brain has the ability to change at any instant, I should say in any instant, at any age. In any instant, at any age. And that actually, according to Brian Lipton, who is a membraneologist, who even knew that your study could be so focused that all you're an expert in is membranes? He's also the author of Biology of Belief. And according to his research and findings, outside influence impacts the membrane of your cells more so than genetics. And that the only reason that we just keep repeating limiting beliefs and patterns that have been passed down from generation to generation is simply because it's the brain's way of being efficient. And until someone, aka you, steps in and says, I am going to make a different choice. So we are not controlled by our HSE shadows. Not at all. But we must be aware of what brings us into our shadows, what brings on a shadow attack, and how that then throws us into our HSE coping mechanism, and then therefore the HSE coping cycle, and how to get out of it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Course in Business Miracles. If you're ready to learn how to use your highly sensitive abilities to support you in being purposeful, profitable, and empowered rather than scattered, poor, and undervalued, Take my free self-quiz to find out if you are indeed a highly sensitive entrepreneur. And if you are, along with your quiz results, you'll receive my free HSE Success Guide, which will teach you how to have your highly sensitive abilities working for you to create the results you desire in your business. Take the quiz and receive your free success guide now at www.hsequiz.com.